New York City, New York City, New York City. You're tuned into On the Lockout. What's popping, my people? And thank you for tuning in to another awesome episode on our show, On the Lockout. Now, we all know that New York City has been getting kind of things been happening out here in New York, but not only in New York, all over the world, right? But the MTA, which is the train stations in New York City, the crime has been skyrocketing in the previous few weeks, months. It's been out of control. They don't know what to do. So this is what they do. Being that there's some geniuses at the MTA, they go on and they implant a bingo game. Yeah. Yeah, the MTA wants you to sit there now and play bingo just so your mind could be occupied and taken off for all the things that could happen to you at the train so that you feel more at ease. Now, I'm no super specialist, but what I can tell you is that I lived the life of crime for numerous of years. And one of the major places where I used to go do crime at was the train station. Is either I was robbing somebody in the train station at night or in broad daily if you had a chain on and I could run to the 24-hour jewelry store because we needed money right then and there, a lot of it. Or I'll be running to the train station because I just took your stuff on the upper, on the sidewalk in New York City, our beautiful city that they always say if you broke in New York, it's because you want to, because there's a million ways to get money. The thing is, they're not telling you how a lot of people get their money in New York, right? It's a fast moving pace situation. And we don't want nobody to live this way. But what I could tell you is that it is the worst idea that you ever came up with in your life. The best thing that a robber is looking for, and this is my advice to Mayor Adams and anybody, you need to stop getting with people that are really not in the street or they haven't been in the street in 20 years. They've been rapping for 20 or 30 years. They haven't committed a robbery or done nothing in the street in so long. They detach from the street, believe it or not. They just go around their friends and learn new raps. You were supposed to snatch up the real Bronx little rap, respectfully to them, the drill rappers that are really out there in the street, not one or two super famous rappers or that made it. They got a house upstate. I don't get that. Like who were you really talking to? And what really happened there? So what happens is the mayors, people get in position and they pick celebrities that they would like to see. Like Donald Trump. Oh, bring me Kanye West. He's super famous. I would like to see him. But Kanye is not in the street anymore. Just because you lived in Chicago doesn't mean you're in Chicago. That doesn't mean you was out there in the hood, in the gutter, in the slums. Won't you come out here and pick the real people that are in the slums? Because they keep it gutter in the slums in New York. And talk to them. And they'll tell you what's really going on. Don't talk to people who haven't been in a project building in 28 years, right? Let me tell you what's going to happen if you play bingo and I catch you playing bingo in the train in New York City and I was still out there robbing people. You're vulnerable. The minute you put your head down, I'm slapping fire out of you and I'm going to lift it. The minute you put your head down and I'm by the door and your head is down and I can see your chain through your thing, I'm yapping you. Pop, bing, boom, I'm out. I, you get it or you don't? Oh, you're going to become part of the bingo. Oh, shit, what happened? Oh, my God, I don't know. You know, he just smacked me because there's psycho people out there. And we're not saying that anyone should do this. We're saying these things could happen. Mayor Adams, let me ask you a question. Whoever came up with this idea, are you dumb? Remy Ma voice. Are you dumb? You dumb. But I get it. Gaming, they didn't know how else to get into the gaming community just based off fact that it is the fastest growing community that there is ever. And it's been this way for centuries. They just figured it out. We'll do bingo. We'll make the bingo, put it online. People will be streaming MTA bingo where you get to actually, because you're gonna be on your phone. They're not dumb. They know you're not buying the paper thing. You're on your yeah, you get it? And there's landmarks and train stations where you're going to, and you're even stopping uh, a dog in a dog carrier or something like that. I looked up the game, some shit that I would never play in my life. First of all, I was told that bingo is fun for dudes that are looking for older women and go see them in the bingo spot, right? Or for dudes that know how to prey off the bingo spot and go sell drugs in the bingo. Yeah, they're facts, because those old folks, they like periquito ping ping. So that's what we did in bingos. Maybe you should go see what goes on in some of the bingo halls, respectfully. I don't know. Like before you just start a game, right? Like, do you really care about what's going on in New York? Because the main thing is to get the rats out the train station. To stop crime, you don't stop crime with a fucking bingo card or with a bingo game. You trying to keep New Yorkers calmer? How? By selling them something? Spend your money. It's going to make you feel more calm. You need to hire probably somebody to watch the train station, which the normal people of society want to see more police. And I get it. This is what you get to the no brain people on the internet and the people that say the police are out here abusing us. Right. That's the hood, the gutter, the slums. Your mother takes a regular train. Your mother is a regular lady. There's a piece of shit like me or like anybody else that woke up and he's mad at the world and he goes to the train to hide from the world, right? And takes it out on meek and humble people down there that he feels he could just rob and bully. So I find myself nowadays like being a hero. Like I look for dudes that do this now in the train. And I'm gonna wind up getting locked up one day. Even though I used to like go to the train and commit robberies and all that, I wasn't robbing an old lady or person going to work. I was robbing dudes that thought they were tough on the train. Like, oh, so like we used to go down there to pop. Like if I see you with your shines, oh shit, it's lit. Ping ping, I'm taking that. Right? Because dudes will take the train. So when a lot of people say I don't deal with the train, like dudes that are celebrity, it's not that the train is dirty. They be shook. Our train station in New York be popping. Facts. And the back's where it's at. I always go to the back. I kind of like love it. It reminds me like I'm in New York. Let's get it. And if you want to stay out of trouble, don't go all the way to the back to the last car, because that's where the hood go to. You feel me? So you want to try to stay as safe as possible. This is for my regular civilians, right? But if you a regular working dude, that's a great thing. Working a regular job is awesome, bro. You want to work a regular job. You get it? You want to work a regular job. You want to do the right thing in life, and you want to do it safely, and you want to get to work safely. But trust me, they're putting your head down, watching them. You don't want to be shook and paranoid everywhere you go, but you want to be on point. America, the five boroughs, we live on point. As sad as it may be, if if there's more robberies happening than open jobs, obviously there's a war going on outside. You need to be on point. You're trying to get to your job safe, right? But you can't be too paranoid, because I'm not there to rob you no more. I don't live like that no more. And not too long ago, I was at the train and I had my hat and my hoodie, and this dude goes, "Nope, don't even try it. I already called the police." My guy, I wasn't even doing nothing. There was a lady getting a Metro card there with her money out, and I was waiting online to buy a Metro, but I had my back towards her, and I think I had headphones, and I was like rapping the song, and I probably looked a little ghetto to him or whatever, but he's judging my European look already from the gate. Like I look like a hip hopper. I'm a thief. I have a hoodie. My hoodie said Kings. I am the king. He probably thought like, oh, this dude thinks he's the king of what? I remember I had my Kings hoodie on. No pun intended, no gang. Just I like that the team, the Kings. So yeah, this was the other day, like 3 weeks ago. And the dude said, I already called the police. You better go. It looked like he lived in that neighborhood and he saw somebody that didn't resemble what he feels his neighborhood is. Not knowing that he was probably coming from looking for a job, and I'm giving people jobs. I'm building jobs for people. Like it was weird. It was like I was like, what the fuck? I said, what are you talking about? Then I wind up cursing him out. Now it made me look bad because I'm upset. Like now you're gonna say that I'm living a regular life. Like I should shoot you with this. Nah, I didn't have a gun. You get it? But in my head, that was a joke. You don't want to shoot nobody. You don't want to do things like that. It's real bad. But it was like crazy. I'm like, yo, I'm not even thinking like that. And I would never rob a lady. I don't know what he thought. That's the only thing I could have thought about, that he thought I was sizing the lady. Like, I don't know, bro. It was weird, bro. The dude was weird. Of course, respectfully, he was white. This was like in 14th Street, Times Square. How I got there, I don't know. So it was a wild day, and that was one of the things I remember. But yeah, in the train station, just be aware of people. Don't be scared of people. Don't show nobody in New York that you fearful of them. The minute you have like your purse and you start holding it and tucking it in and hiding your chain, guess what? I'm taking your chain. I'm telling you, I was a robber most of all my life, bro. Even when I was working a regular job, I was driving trucks and still coming to the street and I rob people after work or in between work. Facts. So don't show fear because you're the person they're gonna rob. When somebody tells you, "Yo, come here, let me talk to you," and they don't know you, don't just stay quiet and not answer. People think that if they stay quiet, it's better for them. You be like, "What up? What happened?" Like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to talk. I don't know you, homie. Like straight up, like talk like like you're from New York. Like, what the fuck? Like it's crazy. But people live in fear, and fear comes to you. It's like you calling it upon you. Like we could smell somebody. Like you're the Vic. Like me personally, I could smell it when I was, believe me, and I still have those abilities. I just choose not to live like that. I'm not showing off. I'm not trying to sound tough. I'm giving regular people a heads up. Don't matter who don't like it. I don't care about you. I don't gotta apply to your street rules or none of that. You don't hang out with me. I don't know you. None of that. Even the dudes I know, like homie, let's be for real. Like I don't gotta apply to your rules when you're the one that looks up to me. Like even in the street, like let's be realistic, because I don't hang out with dudes that don't be led by me. I don't be led. I don't let dudes lead me. Facts. So anybody that knows me, when they act too tough around me, I don't like, son, and he can't come around. I'm out of here because I'm used to being a leader. So I have nobody over me to tell me nothing. Or what could I say? Or what anybody will tell you that. I don't listen to nobody. I'm a man. You get it? So watch yourself. I'm telling my good Samaritan, my good people in the world. You feel me? That's a heads up. Stop acting scared. That's why you're getting robbed, because the bully, the punk, there's really a punk, he can smell you that you scared. You get it? So it just you gotta do things different. If you're a lady and these things are happening and there's dirty people in the train station, stop walking all the way to the back where you're alone, and respectfully stop wearing. You should be able to wear what you want, but apparently we live in a time where you can't. Crime is up in the MTA and in New York. Stop wearing little short shorts and little blouses where you see your cleavage like this. There's sick people out there. Obviously, who you doing that for? For you to feel good? You're lying. You're doing that for a pretty boy could look and see if he hollers at you. You lonely. You may need Matruski. I don't know. But obviously, who is it for? If it's for your boss at your job, if you're trying to get a raise respectfully, then cover up until you get there. Then take it off, right? And there may be a cycle at your job. It's always the people closest to you. But when you at the train, don't walk all the way to the back and think you're getting away from everybody. Because the person is already back there sometimes, waiting for the fish to land. Pop, hello, how you doing? Merry Christmas. It's Christmas time. A lot of people getting robbed. A lot of houses are getting broken into. A lot of people are jealous. A lot of guys are out there like I used to be, and they walking by houses and they see the lights and they see, we wish you a Merry Christmas, and they start crying, the gangster. And we hide it. And then guess what? We want your Christmas. And they going up in there. And God forbid you run into him while he's in there. What do you think he's going to do? Out of fear, he might kill you. So be safe, man. Don't leave your window. Stop showing what you have in your house. I never did that. You know? The only reason I do it here, because I'm on the big television, honestly, I'm going to be straight honest. Number one, I'm a little lunatic. So you're gonna have a super hard time. Number two is I'm on an FBI platforms. The cops are on the internet more than anybody else in the world. This is a fact. If you want to go to jail and you're still doing crime, be as dumb as these other dudes, and post while you still actively in the street 24/7. You may not go today, you may not go tomorrow, but you're going to the feds, bro. You're going to prison. This is facts. It's either or. I've done it and it didn't work. You either gonna podcast or you either gonna be a super street dude 24/7. Believe me. So let's stop the bullshit, right? And shout out to my guy. Another thing I wanted to tell you, if you plan on making content, and if somebody wants to come up and talk about this, you can anytime. You're always invited. You know, I know some of you guys are scared to talk and probably think, I don't know, Warpath could be a little harsh. I'm not. If you show love, I'm going to be nice to you, bro. If you're disrespectful, then you know what it is, right? You got to accept what comes with disrespect. It is what it is, right? But to all my real ones, thanks a lot for the guys that hit that like button. If you don't like the show, then hit the like button and it'll let me know that you don't like it. And I see right now that it's you. All right, guys, let it go up. If you hate me, hit that like button. I